Hey guys, my name's Kevin and welcome to episode 3 of Step Up Your Strumming Baritone version. So today we're going to take a look at a new pattern that's a continuation of the island strum. So we're going to add a little percussive element into this that really makes it sound pretty cool. So I've got a couple of progressions picked out for you, and we're going to go through the strumming pattern nice and slow and then speed it up a little bit towards the end. So get your baritone tuned up and let's get started. Hey, before we get started, do me a little favor and make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you click that little alert bell so you know when the next video is coming your way. We're premiering videos every week and we do live premiere and chats so you can hang out with me, talk about the videos. Hey, I hope to see you there. All right, so before we dive into this pattern, let's just quickly review the island strum. So the island strum pattern, and I'm just gonna hold a G chord here while I demonstrate this, is down, down, up, up, down, up. And we count that 1, 2, and 4, and. So the way that we're gonna amend this a little bit here is we're gonna add one percussive hit here to the strum pattern. So we have down, down, up, clap, up, down, up. So now the way that we would count this one is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So let me show you that again really slow. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So something very helpful here when you do this muted strum here is that your fingers stay below the strings when you do this. And the reason for that is it's going to help you because your next strum after the clap is up. So if your fingers are in position here below the strings, you can just easily kind of curl your index finger to kind of do the up, down, up strum. So let's just try this with one single chord here. We're just going to hold a G chord here. So the E string on the 3rd fret will sound like this. Make sure you're in nice, good playing posture here. Uke at a nice 45-degree angle, braced up against the instrument. Let's just try this nice and slow, and I'll count as we do this and just try to sync up with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and all right, so let's do that same thing now with just a little bit more tempo, something closer to what you would actually use in a song. So here we go. Same thing, just a single G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So something I just wanted to mention here real quick is while you're doing this, especially with a new pattern, it's okay to kind of keep your eyes focused here on your hand just to kind of work on precision. You know, I like to keep my hand within the body of the instrument here so everything is nice and concise as I'm playing. I'm not kind of wasting any movement as I go. And then as I get more comfortable with the pattern, I kind of just start feeling the pattern here with my strumming hand and trusting it so that I'm able to keep my focus here on what's happening in my fretting hand. So just something to keep in mind as you're learning this. All right, so let's apply this now to a chord progression. So the chord progression I put together today, which I think sounds pretty sweet, is E minor, which we'll just play with our middle finger here on the D string 2nd fret. And then we will add to that our index finger on the 1st fret on the B string, and that makes a C chord. Nice easy transition. And then we're going to move down to a G chord. So when we move to this G chord, I'm just going to have you play it with your middle finger rather than your ring finger, and I'll show you why. So you're going to play your middle finger here on the 3rd fret on the E string, and I also want you to put your index finger down on the 2nd fret behind it, because we're going to transition to a B minor for our 4th chord. This index finger is going to be used as an anchor so that we can pivot here from our G to B minor. So see how that little trick works? You have your pivot finger down behind it, which doesn't make any sound, and then you move to this B minor chord by rotating up. So we'll go through those 4 chords. We'll play the chord 2 times through the strumming pattern for each one. So for this first little play along here, we're going to do this with a metronome now. So the reason I like to do this with a metronome again is because it keeps our tempo nice and solid the entire time. It's going to build your timing, and if you have good timing, you're going to be better at strumming. So this first time through, we're going to use it at 74 BPM, and you'll just hear it in the recording. So just don't even think about the metronome, just try to play along with me, and I'll count with it for the first part, and then we'll kind of just listen to it together and play together. So this will be at 74. I'll get us started. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 G, 2, and 3, and 4, and G, 2, and 3, and 4, B minor. Now just feel it. To the G, then end on B minor, all right, so now we're going to bump it up a little bit to 90 BPMs. So if you're working on this with a metronome at home, I would suggest you kind of incrementally bump up the metronome by 2 beats per minute every day. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to go a little faster so some of you guys who want a little more speed have a chance to practice this one. So we're going to do the same exact chord progression at 90 BPM. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, 2, and 3, again. To the B minor. One more time. E minor. C. Bring it home. To the G. To the B minor. So you're asking yourself, Kevin, where do I use this funky little strumming pattern that you taught us today? Well, my answer for you is any place that you have the island strum, you could technically use this strum. If you have something that's kind of got a little more islandy vibe and you want to add that percussive element to it, this is a cool way to maybe impress your friends with your new kind of intellectual down, down, up, strumming pattern now. So also want to mention to you guys, if you want to kind of elevate your game a little bit more, I've put together some PDFs on my website that you can check out. So I have exercises with different chord progressions, different metronome tempos, and I also have practice tracks that go along with this so that you can actually download a recording and play along with this and really work on this together with me. So I hope you guys will check that out. It's at allforuke.com. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.